What's up, guys? Sorry to interrupt your video, but I'm excited to help announce the Ironfish and MeterBox massive giveaway event. Check this out. There is under 30 days left in this massive giveaway hosted by the MeterBox and the Ironfish team, with one of the biggest giveaway prizes being the RTX 4090. Now, how do you enter? Well, it's easy. Follow the link directly down below in the video description. Come over to the giveaway and you can see there's a variety of different methods to enter, like visiting a website, subscribing on YouTube, following on Twitter, and joining different Discord communities. Finally, there is a mega method to go ahead and enter, and that is purchasing the Ironfish box set, which gives you 1,000 additional entries. Check out this box set. It's so cool with that blue and black design. Kudos to the MeterBox team. When you buy one, they give you a secret code. You come right over to the giveaway, click on 1,000 additional entries, and there is a slot available for that secret code. Guys, go over, visit the link directly down below, and enter the giveaway with just under 30 days left. Good luck. Good afternoon. How's it going, guys? Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with me tonight. Let's crack a beverage. It's a Celsius, not a beer. It's the middle of the workday. It's 12 o'clock. Thanks for coming to hang out. We'll be live today until 1 p.m. Eastern, about 1 hour total. Should be a lot of fun. We're gonna hang out with you guys, talk about some of these new KS0 miners, and also see how far we can push a KS0 Pro. Let's dive into it. All right, here we are. Hello, hello. I forgot to turn these on. There we go. Add a little more color. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for coming to hang out with me. It is Thursday. We are almost there. Almost. You hanging in there? You think we're gonna make it? Welcome, welcome. Automatic beats coming in first and early. Thank you, sir. Do appreciate it. Golden Wolf Edwin is here. What's up, man? Tarek. Let's see who else. Joseph's here. What's up, Joseph? I'm gonna sound like DJ. Go, 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 go. There you go. Turn up my mic. All right, let's see here. Mic should be pretty good. Is it still low for you guys? If it's still low, I could turn it up. Mic should be okay. What's up, Greg Smith? Hello, hello. Let me know, guys. Or maybe the music's too loud. Let me turn down the music. That's probably easier. I'll say the mic's up to about 75%. I hate to turn it up more. I'll turn the music down. I was gonna say, what is up, Kim? Welcome, welcome. The Travelers Travels. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you, sir? I do have those graphics cards you sent me. They are on my list, on my content list to get looked at. They just keep getting bumped around, but I do want to dedicate a full video to trying to tinker with those on Ravencoin. I think that would be a lot of fun, which will be cool. So I put a poll in chat. Love to hear from you guys. New KS0 miners incoming. Looking to purchase either of these, and I just put down 2 of them. There's a lot of the full-size ones, but they're much more expensive. Ice River Ultra, or which is, I guess it's the KS. What is it called? Let's look here. The Ice River KS0 Ultra. Got to make sure we get that in its formalities right. Or the 𝐿𝐥𝐻 Box Pro. Just curious on where you guys are at. It looks like more of you guys are interested in the Ice River Ultra than you guys are in the 𝐿𝐥𝐻 Box Pro. Now, is that, curious, if you guys are in chat, feel free, is that due to price point, or why are you leaning more towards Ice River 𝐿𝐥𝐻? Just curious. I know that the, why don't we actually take a look at these? And then 64% of you say, I don't really care. So if we take a look here, let's swap over, and then we're gonna take a look at this. Behind me, we have a KS0 Pro that we're going to see how far we can overclock. I found a mistake we made last stream, so we'll have to talk about that in a minute. So the KS0 here over on ASIC Marketplace, KS0 Ultra, 400 gigahash, and the watts down here are only 100 watts. So it's 100 watts, but it's giving you 400 gigahash. That's pretty crazy. Now, it is not on Mine the ASIC yet. I think Mine the ASIC is either hacked or hosed or not accurate anymore. The numbers aren't accurate, and you get some weird Chrome message. I'm not sure if any of you guys have been getting that, but I have been getting that on like, update your Chrome, and I'm like, that's entirely fake. So you think the KS0 Ultra has the new chips in it? That makes sense. That does, yeah. Overclock it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So if we look at profitability on something like that, 400, what are they saying? 400 gigahash. So when we look here, that would be that'd be 0.400, right? Right? Because it's not 1 terahash. It would be 0.4 for our number there, and then 100 here at 10 cents. So $1.44 per day. Does that sound accurate to you guys? Is there a dark mode? There is. There we go. What's up, Gene? Welcome, welcome. So $1.44 per day. Looks like it uses 24 cents in electric per day, which that's not really gonna be a big factor. 100 watts, that's like nothing. Now, looking at the KA box, we're really on two different worlds, right? 1.6 terahash versus 400 gigahash. So like, we really are. Now the difference in our price though is only what? $100 or $1,000? Yeah, $1,000. So for $1,000, you go from 400 gigahash to 1.6 terahash. That's so interesting that the poll in chat that we're running right now, you guys are more interested in this versus this. Now let's see here, 1.6 terahash, but it's 600 watts. So we're using 6 times the electric. 1.6, 600, but we also have significantly more. So now we're talking about $1 some a day. We're up to $5 a day. So we really are like different spectrums. I'm pushing it to come up with the money for the Ultra. Yeah, and I think you're right. I think really looking at price point, like in the current economy, the cost of living right now, the current situation with mining, I think this is hard for people to, you know, this is going to be hard enough. I think this is just over, like, it's just too much, you know? Does that make sense? So I think we are honestly looking at, like, we're looking away from your traditional, like, hey, what is our performance to hash rate ratio? And then we're kind of deciding on price from there. And people are really just looking at price. What's up? My KS5L finally got over to me, 72 terahash. Do you feel that's a good terahash for an in-home miner? The KS5L is not an in-home miner, but I think you're doing very well with it. If we look at here, KS5L, let's take a look here. So even though the watts are lower, so the KS5L, here's what I'm looking at for home miners, right? KS0 Ultra, we're talking about KA Box Pro. Okay, what you have right here, we're all over the place, 13 grand. So we're not, that's a little hard for a home person to swallow. And you said 72 terahash. I think you mean 12. I think you mean 12. I think your 7 became a 1, or your 7 should be a 1. The hard part is 3,400 watts running at home is a lot for anybody. But I do think you have a lot going for you. So if we look at 12 terahash at 3,400 watts at a 10-cent electric rate, you're still making $42 a day, which is absolutely amazing for a home miner. Paul quoted you a good price on the Ultra. That is great, man. Happy to hear that. That's awesome. You're going to share it with the group? Huh? You're going to share it with the group? You're going to let us know what you're going to pay? Huh? Give us all the dirty secrets? No, between all my miners. Oh, wow. Between all your miners? That's fantastic. So you have a number of them. Very good. Good for you. Yeah, the KS5L is still very profitable for people. Like 13 grand right there, but you're making $42 a day is really good. Not till I get it locked in. Smart man. Smart man. Don't share. Don't share. Which I think is awesome. So that is great. So yeah, let me kill this poll here. See where you guys end up. So 56% of you say you're not interested in the KS0 Ultra or the KA box. Now that has really shifted. It was about 64% going back a few minutes ago. Now we're at 56%. 30% of you guys said you're interested in the Ultra here. 13% in, oh, thank you very much there, Yasin, for subscribing. 13% in the 𝐿𝐧𝐠 KA box. What is up, Burke? Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Rizzo, hi all. Just got my Canon Avalon in the mail. Going to set it up. Nice. Which one did you get? Is that the Nano 3? Was able to pick up a KA Box Pro this week from 𝐿𝐧𝐠. Hope it doesn't burn down my garage. Nah. Just make sure you power it right. I'll put a link in chat for my KS0 Pro video. I think a lot of people buying box miners for the very first time kind of go a little wonky, like kind of come up with things. Do not, here's your disclaimer, do not use an ATX power supply to power your 𝐿𝐧𝐠. Do not. You will melt the cables and kill the power supply and hopefully not have a fire. So here is a video on my KA Box Pro. I highly recommend it. I also go over how to power it. So please take a look at that. I want to make sure you stay safe. Yeah, a lot of people literally get these box miners because they just come like this. This is all that comes in the box. And then they're like, all right, how do I power it? Oh, 2 6-pins. I have that with a ATX power supply. Let me plug them in. Nope, you will melt those cables. I've had so many people do that. All right, all right. Very cool. I do have a KA. I do have the Pro, the KA Box Pro. There are so many like letters and acronyms and numbers right now. It's ridiculous. The KA Box Pro, I do have one coming in. It will be here midweek next week. Yep, midweek next. Beginning of next week, actually, Tuesday. It'll be here Tuesday of next week, which will be really cool. I have a 1600 watt EVGA Platinum. Any issues using that? Absolutely do not use any ATX power supply for powering 𝐿𝐧𝐠s. Do not. It doesn't matter how big the power supply is. The issue is the connectors and the cable I have seen melt many times to not only the miner, but also to the ATX power supply. Do not recommend it. Do not recommend it. Check out my KA Box Pro video, and this is just for all 𝐿𝐧𝐠s. I do talk about how to power these. And then I actually do that I actually go into even more detail on powering them in my AL box video. Now that I remember, I'll link that in chat. I just don't want to see you guys cause any fires or anything like that. That would be terrible. Melt, kill your power supply, burn down a garage, whatever. Okay, cool. So what are we doing today? What are we doing? Let's see here. Hang on. I'm officially maxed out on power, but I have 2 KS3Ms that are not plugged in. Do you suggest selling them now or hold until... I would look at hosting, to be honest with you. Like the KS3Ms, why are your KS3Ms not plugged in? I don't even know if this site's accurate anymore. They make almost $20 a day. What do you have plugged in that you don't have 2 KS3Ms plugged in? Which is crazy. Any warnings for the 𝐿𝐧𝐠 power supply? Yeah, some of the power supplies they come with are very scary. 1200 watt HP server power supply is absolutely the way to go. I have run them for 3 years. And the cables too are a big one, and the breakout boards. Yeah, you could buy the miner with a power supply. The downside is, like, those power supplies get insanely hot. So be very careful. I don't recommend using the 𝐿𝐧𝐠 power supplies, and I don't recommend ATX power supplies. All right, so let's talk about what we're getting into today. So this is what we're going to be working on today. So let me scoot around here. Here, we'll do it. Oh, look fancy. Got some lights. Okay, cool. Let me turn some lights up a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So this is an Ice River KS0 Pro that was sent to us from a community member saying that this unit would not mine. Well, last stream, let me take off this rubber band. Last stream, we got it up and mining. And it is now factory reset, and it's literally running like on Humpool, factory settings, factory wallet, everything like that. We've then gone ahead, and the community member actually sent it to us without the side plates, which is fine. So I actually took an 800 CFM AC Infinity inline fan, and I thought it would be fun to try to overclock this unit and see how far we can take it. We are going to use the T-Swift overclocking firmware for today. A lot of you guys have been using the PB Farmer. That's something I want to take a look at in the near future. I do have a watt meter running over here, which right now it's using 95.4 watts. And we do have a controller here to control our inline fan. Right now we are only at a speed of 2. So we're not putting a ton of CFM there, which will give you an idea. If we take a look at, if we divide our 800 CFM divided by 10, each increment is about 800 CFM, each light on there. So that should give you an idea. Caspa King, that's crazy to hear. Crazy to hear that, like you have that type of hardware, which I think is awesome and fantastic. I would try to maybe put the KS3Ms on eBay or host, or find something that you can host, you know what I mean? Sell them really cheap. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. No, the KS3Ms are cool. Maybe I will buy them. If you email me, Caspa King, or hit me up on Discord, let's chat. Let's chat. Okay. So what are we going to do first? Well, first off, what we did right before this stream was I went ahead, if you guys aren't familiar, to factory resetting your KS0 or KS0 Pros. Pretty much you plug it in after the green status light. So you have to wait for the green status light to start blinking. Then once the green status light starts blinking, there is a reset button on the front. Press and hold that button for 20 seconds until the red light starts to blink. Then you let go. That will factory reset your unit. Here is a factory reset KS0 Pro. So what we are going to do is we're going to use the T-Swift free firmware, which does have a minor fee built in with it, automatically comes out. And the instructions are here if you guys ever need to do some reading on this. Pretty much tells you to factory reset it and then start with the init file. So we're going to go that route here again, like we did the other day, just kind of starting fresh, which I think will be really good. So let's see. We also have the Ice River monitor. Let's open that up here. We'll get that running on this unit. This is going to tell us the chip temps to make sure we're staying cool. No, I just factory reset it. I haven't had it on. It hasn't been running at all. That did not open that. What happened there? I thought I clicked the setup button. Or not the setup, but the monitor. Ice River monitor. Open. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and we are at 192.168.86.51. Thank you very much there for subscribing. We got to change this drop down. Read. Perfect. So we're looking good. So let's apply. Oh, that's why that was an issue. I picked the wrong thing. Okay. We're going to apply the init. This is kind of the initialized firmware. So let's go ahead and apply that. And then we will go from there. We'll give it a minute while we wait. We'll answer some QA in chat. Let's see. I'm using an HP power supply, but I have a miner plugged in at work with a gold shell power supply. I don't want to put an HP power supply and breakout board on my desk. They might ask questions. You're not wrong. Do you find the gold shell power supply runs hot that it came with? We just have a ping running to that machine just to see when it comes up and stuff. My KS0 Pro won't accept updates anymore, so I can only run it on the OEM firmware. Interesting. Jean, so it won't, none of the aftermarket firmware will work on it, is what you're saying? There's the it looks like a stop being pingable there, which is normal. Do you own 5600 XTs? I do not. I do not. I have some 6600s and 6600 XTs. All right, that is the TCP fail for our monitor right here. So taking a look, we're going to upload the firmware we desire, then restart again, apply your pool settings, set the fan to 100%. Okay, use the following sequence: 340GL. So something we didn't do last stream that we messed around with here. So a power to it, or there's something gets messed up with the firmware. So I made sure to get 230 watt power supply. Right now we're running at a speed of 2, which is 160 CFM. We have 800 available. We're only running at a speed 160 CFM right now, which is pretty sweet. All right, let's take a look here. What else is going on? Just sent you an email. Great, sounds good. Do you have 240 at work to plug into, or can the HP 1200 watt works 110? It works with 110. Yeah, I've run mine behind me many times when I'm doing some testing and stuff like that. So we're gonna start with 340GL. Our unit is coming back up, which is good. Let's do another read. There we go. Okay, which is good. Let's do a Control F5 to reload this window. Cool. So we're back up and running now. So now our next step is we're going to 340GL. Let's confirm. 340GL. There's a 340G. So we're going to start with 340GL. So that is the highest one there. And we're going to hit update. Yeah, in both those videos I linked, guys, I give you a full parts list and I explain it more. So go check them out. If you guys are looking to overclock your Ice River KS0s, if you haven't already, I know most of you guys have, here is a full video on how to do that. If you're like, how do you do this? What's the steps? What's the process? There's a full video there. All right, I pressed OK. There it is. It's timing out, which is good. Now, I'm not going to turn, I don't know that I need to turn up the AC Infinity inline fan. Right now we're at 160 CFM, which is far higher than most people use to cool their unit, so we'll see. I know a lot of people will like replace the thermal paste on these. I know like Panda has done them. I have no interest in doing that. Why hasn't the US updated their power? Never. You want the US to update their infrastructure? Never. All right. So it looks like it's pingable again, coming back up, which is good. Let's do a read on this again. All right, we'll give it a minute. Not quite readable from the monitor yet. We'll do a Control F5 over here. It looks like that came up there. Now we can look down below and look that we are on the firmware. We're on the upgraded firmware, which is good. We also have a little T-Swift logo over here, which is good as well. We'll just leave it on the on Humpool for now and see how it goes. Because we may have to factory reset at some point. It's just going to be silly. Well, just for our testing. We'll end up swapping off later if everything works out well. So this is going to take a good, what is it, 5 to 7 minutes to start actually hashing. Let's read. There we go. All right, we're zeros across the board, so we'll give that a minute. That's never a good sign. See what happens. I have a stock paste and pads on my KS0 Pro getting 300 gigahash with the side. Yeah, I found that 300 was the norm that I would get. I was never able to get mine over 300. Like when I played with these, like 320, 340. Now granted, that was using the T-Swift firmware, not necessarily, here we go, perfect. Not necessarily the PB Farmer one that I know a lot of you guys are using now. Yeah. Yeah, PB Farmer is very well known. So it looks like right now, we're not mining yet, as we said, but we're averaging about 45 on there, and our watts is, we're at 202 watts. So it's definitely overclocked for sure. 202 watts, so we're double the watts right now that you would normally see with the KS0 Pros, which is good. So we'll keep an eye on that. We were just looking here. Oh, it dropped off. I just see in the camera. It's only at 4 watts right now. Interesting. So either we had a problem or it's just taking some, it looks like it's probably taking some time to boot. Still pingable right now, which is good. Let's just keep an eye over here. Chat with you guys while we wait. Let's see. I have one that gets 340 gigahash, really, and another 320, and a third. Are those all what over? Are those on T-Swift firmware or are those on the PB Farmer? Because I know PB Farmer is much more popular now versus what we used to experience with those. PB Farmer, okay. I have not played with it yet. I saw your messages from last week. A few people actually reached out to me, which I do appreciate. And something I'm considering for sure. Just something fun to do, you know, like on streams like this. I'm not going to do videos on the overclocking these. I've done so many of them. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. What's up, XP? How are you, man? Let's check over here. Yeah, we're still only at 4.3 watts, so we're going to want to keep an eye on this, making sure that we do get up and running here. Hey, I heard about this new SolarX. Do you have any information on it? I have zero, and here's why. I got connected with their marketing guy and on Telegram. Okay, fine. And through another content creator. And I asked the guy, I said, this thing is cool, but it's a here, I'll look it up. I'm not recommending that you guys buy this at all. And I'll tell you why. So I looked at this here, okay? To understand this more, because I'm like, okay, like these box things, right? They're like this big, and they hook up to a solar panel. Okay, great. So this is supposed to be a miner, right? That's what we talk about. Like we're miners here. So, my first question was, what does this mine? The marketing guy, I'm like, is it proof of work? Is it actually a miner? Like, what algorithm is it mining? Is it CPU mining? Like, what is it mining? Does it have a GPU in it? Like, what's the deal? Like, because they're touting like free green mining, right? Well, I find out more that like, this is really just a solar panel connected to a battery. So I'm like, can you connect me? And he wasn't too sure, the marketing guy. So he connected me with a group of people from SolarX. And I said, guys, listen, I'm a miner. I'm a proof of work content creator. What algorithm does this mine? What hardware is in it that is mining? Crickets. They have ghosted me entirely asking about this. So I've looked into it more. My understanding is that this thing is a node, but I don't believe their node infrastructure is set up. So you're running a node on solar. Like that's what you're buying. You're buying a battery with probably something like a Raspberry Pi running a node, but like that's it. And I don't know the whole scoop on rewards and stuff, but I'm like, I'm good. Like your people can't even tell me what this does, and I had to track it down. So that's why. So it's a good question on JF, because I think content creators that are pushing these, or I shouldn't say pushing, talking about these, I'm like, I'm good, but thank you though, because this running a Raspberry Pi or whatever's in here, I don't even know, is nothing to tout about, you know. Don't call this a miner, it's a node. So if it truly is not mining. All right, so let's refresh here. All right, so I think we have been up and running for 5 minutes, 55 seconds. It's still responsive, but let's look here. XP, we're playing around with overclocking today. This KS0 Pro, to see how far we can take it with a 800 CFM inline fan. What's up, Steve? What's up, I Know Nothing? I am curious what you guys think. Do you think this firmware is not going to work here? Do you think we're at 5 minutes right now. Maybe we need a little bit more. I feel like we're at 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Let me check the watts to see what our watts are at. It has accepted shares. Let's take a look here. It has 40 accepted shares, 0 rejected, and it's still responsive. Let me look over here. We're only at 4 watts though, and it's ice cold. It's ice cold. Gene, let me get you a link. I have it on my Google Drive that I share, that I make this public. Here is, this is for you or anybody else that needs it. There's my Google Drive. That gives you that. Do you recommend a trusted hosting service? Absolutely. Caspa King, if you're not part of my Discord, you're missing out. Check the link in the video description for my Discord. Go there. I have a section that literally says where to mine, and I have 3 hosting facilities that I highly recommend. So check them out. I got videos, I have contact information, everything like that. Would you be willing to run a KA box and a KA box Pro off the same? Yes, 100%. Well, it should say 100%. So it's 1200 watts, right? So a KA box is 600 watts. And a regular KA Box Pro is 1,000 watt or 400 watts, so it's 1,000 watts. Scott, you can run that off an HP server power supply, especially if it's 240 volt versus. That's a question. The HP server power supply. Let me show you. So on a 1,200 watt, let me show you here. Just me. Okay, on a 1,200 watt server power supply here. It actually says on 120 you only get 900 watts, but on 240 you get 1,200 watts. But you kind of want to be careful because you want to stick to the 80% rule, so you only want to use 80% of that. So if you're on 240, I think you'll be okay. It'll be close, and that power supply will probably be screaming, but yeah, I think you'd be okay. That's a good question. All right. Oh, we're starting to hash. 36 gigahash. Look at that. What's our temps? So we're starting to hash there. 36 gigahash. That's good. Let's see what happens. When did that hit? 8 minutes and 40. Oh, sorry. Screen. 8 minutes, 49 seconds. We're at 36 gigahash. Let's see if that goes up from here. Let's refresh. Because that's not quite 300. So we'll see what happens. It's not working. It says it's expired. Really? That's not good. Let me look here. That's a shame, because I've had a few people mention that recently, and I don't know what's going on. Let me get you a direct one to my Discord right now. And I'm going to have to make a note to go back and take a look as to why that is expiring. That's no good. Here's a direct link. There's a direct link there to my Discord, and I'm going to make a quick note. Discord link expired. There we go. Guys, we're live for another 23 minutes. Thank you for bringing that to my attention there. Caspa King, appreciate that. All right. Caspa King, let me know if you get in. Make sure you're good to go. All right, so let's refresh again. 36 gigahash, that's not good. We're not going up. 40 accepted shares, and it's not even that it is overheating. Our chip temps are fine. Our average is 48. This AC Infinity inline fan is rocking it for cooling this thing, but it's not very hot. So what I'd like to do is we're going to go with the 340G. That's actually what is recommended when you do the README. 340G. So let's step it down. Update. At work, Caspa King? Awesome. Yeah, you'll notice when you go into the Discord, there's like, you have to read the rules and accept it, and then it opens up like 30 channels. Yeah, okay. 36 gigahash is not cutting it. Not cutting it. So we just went ahead and bumped it to the 340G versus the GL. Let's see what happens here. It'll probably lose connection here to the monitor tool, and we'll see how we do. See what we got. So we're on the G version right now. We just swapped it. We'll see what we get. Yeah, we were talking about KS3Ms earlier. Oh, there's the disconnect. KS3Ms. Let's see here. Give it a few more minutes. Travels, I am so far ahead of you, brother. I'm like, nope, moving on. We're done. We're good. Oh, just lost my music. There we go. Okay. So you were talking about the ice order KS3Ms earlier. They used to retail for about $6,900. Is where they were at. Well, the nice thing is the KS3M still brings in almost $20 a day at 10 cents, which will be good. Yeah, and if you take a look, as you lower this, it jumps a decent amount, but not a ton. A little under $1, maybe 75 cents. Let's make sure we're coming back up. Listen, Traveler Travels, we don't have time to wait, okay? We only got 20 minutes left in the stream. We need results here, okay? All right. This was that SolarX we were talking about earlier. Yeah, it just doesn't make me, it doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. There's a tokenomics page, which is interesting when you go to their roadmap and you look. Mining rigs dispatch. So they're literally calling those units mining rigs. Oh, did you see Evergreen released like this beefy Evergreen miner? Did you guys see this? They released like an AI GPU rig. Where is it? Do they even have it on their page yet? Maybe they're, no, what is it called? There's a different website. What's the website? Do you guys recall? I saw it on Twitter. They released like a GPU hashing rig. What was that? Let me look Twitter here. You're still thinking about the Fry miner? Where was it? They just had it the other day. Where is that? Huh. There was, the one guy that works there had posted it. It's not called Evergreen. What is that called? Dylan had posted it. EVG Compute. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, wait. I don't want to do that. Are you not going to let me go there? They did a video on this. Where was it? These are from 2023. Where's the... Ah, I saw a post on it. What's the website? I'm on EVGA Enterprise tab. Yeah, I'm on incognito mode, so it's not letting me go and see a lot. Open, like, it's like... Ah, Twitter is like forcing me to sign in. Does anyone have the website? Is it just EVG Compute? EVGcompute.com. There it is. Look at this. Look at this. Evergreen 2, your personal supercomputer. These look exactly like Apple devices, and they're absolutely inspired. I saw a video the other day they had. They have graphics cards. They have 4090s in them. Look. You could do 2 4090s, 4 4090s, or 8 4090s. And you could pick your lid cover. And when you're not using these, you can have them... My understanding is I don't know what they connect to. I don't know if Evergreen has talked about it. Thanks, Hobbyist. The T-Swift overclock passed its reboot. Nice. Yeah, I can't remember, like, when they're not being used, they go back to Evergreen's, like, whatever AI they're using, and you're paid out in it. Look at this. 8 4090s, 25 grand. That's crazy. Yeah, they don't have... I was curious on... Look at this beast. They don't have all the details on here. Oh, you can host this in one of their data centers. That's crazy. I was looking for more details on this. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You're probably right, Mining Meister, just because of their involvement. You're probably decompressing the Chia plots for the Evergreen project is probably what it is. All right, let me go back to this unit here. How many minutes are we at? 4 minutes. All right, let's take a look here. Let's rerun this. Reread this here. There we go. 4 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, that probably makes sense because they probably need... Because you're doing offsite decompression for the Chia miners, you know? We're at 8 watts right now. That's not promising. I'll put a link to this in chat if you guys want to find this. Evergreencompute.com is the website. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, that's pretty cool. See, develop AI applications. We've optimized the hardware and software to get the most performance possible. So, like, you would end up using this to do your in-house development and compute. And then here, rent your spare compute. Earn passively by renting 𝐟𝐫𝐸. I think there's a spelling error. Earn passively by renting 𝐟𝐫𝐸 extra compute to a variety of online marketplaces. That's pretty sick. Build your own chat. Run your own private state-of-the-art LLM, so more like your chat GPT. That's cool. These are sick. I think it's a really good idea. I like this is very much inspired by Apple, early days of Apple, with some of their early, so like you see these units here, Google, and then if we go to, what was that? Apple early iMac. What is that called? I'm forgetting the name. Here we go. They're absolutely inspired. Look at this. These units here, now it's fine because they had one of these early iMacs in the video on Twitter. I can't believe I can't find it. I swear I saw it on Twitter. I'm just not sure who posted it, but it was a video that had this Dylan guy tagged in it. Let's see here. Hobbyist, when will be ready your second shed? Next week is the entire build week. Next week I have I took off the entire week next week. Next week is my entire build week. I'm going to try to get content out there too. I'm not going to have any live streams next week, by the way, so great question. But next week is full build week, like taking off work, doing all of that. My electrician is going to be taking off the week to work on it. I have a community member. He hasn't said if I can say yet, but I have a community member joining me who is much more of a tradesman, has much more skill set on the carpentry side. He's joining me for the week. I actually just paid for his hotel. He's coming out to work on it as well. I have a guy coming out to work with me and help me on the networking. I have a guy coming out to help me strip down the ASICs and build them into the shroud and inline fan system. So that is all next week. So that's next week. Then, so Monday through Friday's build week. Saturday, Sunday, catch up if we need it. Monday, inspection has to be inspected by a local inspector. And then that has to be submitted to the power company on the work order. And then that Wednesday is when the power company comes out. I already contacted them today, gave them an update. Power company is coming out and connecting the power for the 400 amps. How many ASICs? Right now, I'm estimating 22 ASICs right now. Joseph in chat. Joseph told me I could give his name. Joseph is actually coming out, which is awesome. What's the best miner to start with? We were talking about the KS0 Pro, and we were also talking about the new just coming out, the Ultra, which will be cool. KS0. There's the Ultra. These are probably really good miners for beginners because they're profitable. This one does about $1.45 a day, and this one's doing over $5 a day in Caspa. The Gold Shell KA box and the Ultra, probably good for beginners. Learn about pools and mining. Learn about wallets, everything. Yeah. Yep. I do have a KA Box Pro coming. It'll be here early next week. So if you guys are like, let me wait to see, I'll have a video on that. All right, so this has been running for 8 minutes. We have 0 hash rate right now. We may have to drop down to the 320. We only got 12 minutes left in our stream, but we're gonna give this up till 10 minutes. Let's check our watts. We're only at 8.4 watts, so we're still not doing anything. Thank you very much there, Gavin, for the follow. Appreciate it. I think the Pro is overrated. Well, we were talking about some numbers. The KA Box Pro does, you go from $1.45 a day to about $5.50 a day, give or take. So you're about 5 times more, but your electric usage is 6 times more, going from 100 watts to 600 watts. So you could go either way. I personally would probably go the KA Box Pro. You need that more hash rate. I think Ice River is literally just dragging along these Like, they're milking the home mining community as much as they can, but like 400 gigahash is just so low right now. And then they're coming out. You saw the 21s, right? You saw the 21s are now discounted. The 21 terahash units, the KS5 Pros, they've been discounted down to 13 grand for August, which means Bitmain is coming along and probably going to drop like a 40 terahash unit then. It's just 400 gigahash is nothing. It's so low. Even if you got it to 500 gigahash or 600 gigahash, it's like, yeah, you're like down here and the technology curve is off the screen right now. So yeah, all right, we just lost we just lost access to the unit. It looks like it just came back up though, so it crashed. So we may need to put on the lower one. Yeah, you can't buy the KS5Ls anymore. Yeah, so it crashed, so we're gonna go down a level. So following this, which is a shame, I would have loved to get 340 gigahash. We're gonna drop to the 320GL on this unit. Yeah, well, XP, you're correct. It's low for the price of the ASIC. That's true. But the hard part is like, I don't even look at return on investment because I think that's silly, because Caspa's not staying the same, so like it's always going to go up. Do I normally mine max chambers to nice hash? Yes, very much so. And especially if you have any altcoin miners, not even Bitcoin miners. I put my Bitcoin miners on nice hash too, but altcoin miners are very profitable on nice hash right now. My phone's ringing. It says spam call. We're not going to answer that. Guys, we have 9 minutes left. So let's get this to a lower. Let's get this to the 320GL. And then we'll keep chatting here. 320GL. All right. Update. The best we got was 35 gigahash on the 340. Miner return failed. All right. Maybe it's not back up yet. Okay. We'll give it a second. Oh yeah, K-Trim, you're 100% right. Like every single, when you think you have the latest, you got to move on to the next one. What power supply? It's a 230 watt power supply. It's not the power supply. We were talking about this earlier. So we have our meter box watt meter here, 230 watt power supply into our ASIC. We're on Ethernet and we have an 800 CFM inline fan, only running at a speed of 2, which is about 160 CFM right now. So we got plenty, you know. All right, this unit may have crashed. We'll see if it comes back up. Maybe. If not, we'll have to factory reset it and then we'll just start over. Where did you buy the wattage meter? The meter box. You can get them there. Mine is wired into just a normal 120 watt outlet because I do a lot of testing here. I wish if I was to redesign my office here, again, I would put a 30 amp 240 volt right here. I think that would be amazing. So you can get these right over on the meter box. They actually sell component kits to wire these up. I'll put a link in chat. You could buy them that comes with everything. So you can kind of decide, like, do you want a home 20 amp 125 volt, or do you want your commercial side? So this one right here is the home 20 volt. And then I actually have a full video on this. Do you know the size of the PS connector? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh yeah, these companies are always ahead and you'll always be behind. 100%. 100%. I don't disagree. Let me find the video. I have a video on wiring these things up. Here's the video if you guys are interested in wiring these. Oh, the barrel connector, I don't. Oh, look at that, an ASIC Marketplace ad. That's really funny. Let's skip that. So in this video, I actually have my electrician. My electrician is the guy that wires this and talks us through it. So I will share this if you guys would like to. Yeah, where are we at with this? Says the miner's offline. Did we come back up? All right, I think we need to power cycle this. Yeah. I don't know the size of the barrel connector. Yep. All right, I'm gonna power cycle this. I'm actually gonna factory reset it too. So we're gonna unplug it. Here, I'll show you guys on screen how to do this if you guys ever run into this. So I unplugged it. We're gonna plug it back in. You have to wait for this green light to blink. So let's wait. It takes about a minute, and then we'll reset it. We may have to continue another day if we don't get through this all today. Try to get to that 320. I was hoping like 340 would have been awesome. We got the cooling for it. So it's like, it would have been great, but no luck. At least this is with the T-Swift. We can always try another week or whatever with the PB Farmer. I think PB Farmer is significantly more stable. I don't know if you guys in chat have used PB Farmer, but I've heard it is much more stable than the T-Swift software, especially with crashing and stuff like that. All right, come on, there we go. So now it's blinking, so we're gonna hold this until our red light comes on. So we're holding the reset button right now. We're just waiting. Come on. I think it's about 20 seconds you wait on the red light, is what we saw with the instructions. Let's see. There it is, and now you let go, and that should reset it, which will be good. What's up, Shane? Welcome. Do a video on how to set up electricity for people who supposedly getting 2 to 3 S21s. The hard part is I'm not an electrician, so I don't want to give you a video on how to do that. I would recommend you hire an electrician. I think you're gonna have to pay the piper there. But on top of that, yeah, you're gonna need to wire up some 30 amp 240 volts. You're gonna need PDUs, everything like that. Man, the S19 power confuses me. Both cords are 220. I thought each was 110 to make 220. What S19 are you looking at? What S19 are you looking at? Because that'll really depend. Are you doing C13 or are they C19s? Yeah, we're waiting on the firmware. We're just factory reset it. There you go. 5.5 millimeter, 2.1 millimeter barrel connector. Oh, the IB link? Yeah, you could have. All right, so this should be coming back up. And we only have a few minutes more, so we're gonna see what we can do. We'll see how we do. If we don't get it, we will continue another day. I have the heat sinks for the chips and paste, just need the thermal pads. Oh, nice, some modules, very cool. All right, we're coming back up to factory here. So let's do this. We need to go back to our initialize. Let's get it back to a good spot. We got to do the initialize firmware first. Looking good. All right, let's see here. You skipped unintentionally 2 comments? I did? What did I skip? I don't traditionally skip comments. Oh, I'm on top chat. Dang it. I'm like, what comments did I skip? What are my thoughts on the What's Miner M30s? If you have free power, I would get an M30. If you don't have free power, I would not purchase them. I would go up to the M60. I have one of the M60s, and that thing rocks it. You can get over 200 terahash on it. What did I skip? I am not sure what I skipped, XP, but let me know. All right, so we're waiting for this to come back up. We did apply the initialize firmware. Yeah, we're right now just about to end the stream, but thank you guys so far for coming in. We're only here for an hour, so about 2 minutes left in our stream, so we at least can get this back to initialize. We know we can't handle the 340. And we had just done the 320. So we did try to use the 320, and we had no luck. So what we're gonna have to look at is, we only did the 320GL. So we just did the 320GL. We gotta try 320G next stream. We're gonna see if we can get that going. If not, we might have to settle for 300. Maybe we'll have to find out. Right now, we're just going down the list. PB Farmer will be a good one for us to try in the future too. The T-Swift one just isn't doing as well. Yeah, you have to do smaller tweaks. I have heard that comment many times. I think that's why PB Farmer comes off more stable. Just refreshing this here. Okay, so right now at the very bottom, you guys can see we're on the initialized firmware right here. So we're going to change this over to 320G. Update. Thank you, Automatic. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to let this apply. And guys, we are going to continue this. I don't think I will be live. If I'm going to be live, okay. So next week is my entire shed build week. So I'm going to be at the shed all week. I may do some live streams, maybe for Tuesday, Thursdays, we'll see. Do some live streams. They might just be random, guys, next week. Live from the shed for like a quick 30 minutes or an hour. I don't want to take up too much time. We have a lot of work to do. Chatting from the shed, showing you guys some updates. I think that's probably what I'll do from the shed. The following week, we'll be back to normal. So we'll be back to Tuesday, Thursday. So as long as Joseph is good with me, I'll keep the KS0 Pro and we'll keep playing with this. Maybe we'll do some PB Farmer on it, things like that. But we'll see if we can get this KS0 Pro working overclocked. We'll have to see what happens. But all right, guys, I am out. Thank you guys for joining me. Tune in live next week. I don't know when it'll be, so keep an ear out. Make sure you guys hit the bell next to subscribing. It'll notify you when I go live from the shed when we're doing our shed build. All right, guys, I'm out. Take care.